What is up, good people? I know it's been a minute since I posted a video, but I'm back. Hopefully I will be more consistent this time, and I say hopefully because, you know, every time you plan to come back and be consistent, something goes wrong, something happens, something gets in the way, and it makes a liar out of you. So I'm not trying to be a liar, so I'm saying hopefully I'll be more consistent. And I know you all clicked on this video because you saw that image in the beginning. Yeah, that thumbnail. So I want to get into this video. It's going to be a different type of video for me today. It's a story time video. And I'm going to be talking about the time that this guy put his hands on me. Yes, me. He put his hands on me. Yes, sis, me. Anyhow, so got my little mama here to say, hey, little mama. This is my little Skylar, and she's been my baby that I've been loving on and doting over lately. This is the Josie kit by Ping Lao with her little scrunched up face, but I love her so much. Anyhow, so this day started out like any other. It was a normal day. It was a day that I had met up with some ladies, and we were on a whole reborn outing out of town, and everything was going decent. So we were trying to find somewhere to eat, and seems like we couldn't really agree on where to eat, but we were all starving. So we found a place, seemed reasonable, seemed accommodating as far as size, so we went, and some of the other members just met us there. So we ate. The food was great. Everything seemed fine and dandy until some of the other group members got there and started to eat their food and realized there were roaches. Yes, sis. Roaches. Like, coming out of everywhere. Like, army combat. All of this mayhem happened as a result of that. So, of course, after seeing that, you want to try to get your money back, right? I know I want my money back. Even though the food was good, you got a whole team of roaches living under your roof. That's not okay. So, I did just that. I attempted to get my money back. But it seems like everyone was able to get their money back except for me. So, I don't know why I was picked or singled out of the group not to give my money back. But this bothered me. Not because I didn't have the money, not because it was a huge deal, but because right is right and wrong is wrong. His explanation to me was, everyone has roaches, we call pest control, nothing we can do about that. What you can do about that is notify your customers before they come and sit down and eat in your establishment that you have a pest problem and you've called pest control. Give them the option if they still want to patronize your business or not. You see what I'm saying? Which is not what he did. And not only did I eat, I ordered crab legs. Not cheap. Prepaid for those. So I was accused by the store personnel, the merchant, whoever, of trying to get out of paying for my meal and eating free. Which was not the case at all. I don't mind paying for what you give me, but I just want good service. I want my just due. I want to be able to eat in a place that's pest free, clean, sanitary. So, he tried to make it seem as if I was just some lowly person out to get a free meal. If that was the case, I wouldn't have prepaid for my crab legs. I wouldn't have complimented the food and said everything was good. But at that point, if you go to someone's house and you're eating, and they fix your plate, they serve the food or whatever, and you're eating, that doesn't take away from the fact that the food is good. But the minute you see, even if it's after you finish eating, mind you, if you, let's say you put your plate away or you start helping them clean up, and you see that either their kitchen is absolutely disgusting, or you see something so gross and mortifying that it turns your stomach, you're not gonna have the same mindset as when you was just sitting down eating. You're gonna be disgusted, which is where I was. So I was also upset by the fact that he wasn't trying to do anything to rectify it. He kind of chalked it up to, we have pests, there's nothing we can do about it. So that irritated the crap out of me. And so he pulls out his camera. Oh Lord, my camera is starting to slip. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, sorry. So he pulls out his camera and starts recording me. So I pull out my camera and start recording him. So this made me even more upset. Like, what are you recording me for, sir? You're in the wrong here, not me. I'm a customer, and you should be trying to do what you can to make the situation better, not try to make the situation worse by putting me on film. Like, what is your point? I'm sorry. So, as he continued to record me, he was saying outrageous things that weren't true. I was just trying to get a free meal, yada, yada, yada. So at that point, I took it upon myself to blurt out in the restaurant, don't eat here. They have roaches. They just had roaches falling from the ceiling. They had roaches crawling out from under the table when you move the tables. Everything. It's like the roaches almost had some kind of home training. It's like they trained them to wait until you're finished eating before they come out and show themselves. That's what the situation was. So when I started telling people that he had roaches, now we could have avoided this whole situation by now I don't know if he had reached the limit and he was like, oh no, we've given enough people back their money, we're not doing anymore, sorry, you just out of luck. But he decided that out of everybody, I was going to be the person, me and my daughter, who didn't get their money back. Now, mind you, I was the one person who paid for the additional crab legs. Seem kind of fishy, get what I'm saying? So, I am fighting with this camera today, y'all. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, that's when things took a turn. When I started going through the restaurant blasting and telling people that they had roaches and he wasn't trying to refund me my money, that's when this dude took it upon himself, sis, to grab me. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm a very calm and mellow person. You can say what you want to say to me. I'm like a lawyer when it comes to that. I can argue with the best of them, or I can just ignore you and walk away. But the minute you put your hands on me, that's when we have an entirely different scenario on our hands. When I say, you don't touch me, don't touch me, because I went ballistic. And I had the video footage to show, but I think I may have deleted it or something like that, just because when I say I got very nasty and very ugly, I did, because he had no right to put his hands on me. If I don't touch you, don't touch me. You can ask me to leave, that's fine. And I even told him that I was going to call the police. But I was so heated in that moment that I didn't do that. I should have, because I could have pressed charges, because he had no right to put his hands on me. But I didn't. But that, needless to say, that ruined the entire trip. It opened my eyes to a lot of things, which is kind of a huge factor why I've pulled back a lot in the reborn community. And I'm more selective of what I do, what I entertain, who I entertain at this point. Because I feel like when you're in a group of people and something to that degree happens to you, and no one comes to your defense, no one comes to your aid, people are just standing there watching or leaving, to me that tells a lot about your character. And I would never do that to somebody. If I see someone in a position where they're highly upset because someone has touched them or grabbed them inappropriately or whatever, I'm going to intervene. You know, I'm not going to try to be malicious in the way that I do it, unless they take it there. Okay? But I'm going to intervene. I'm going to say something on your behalf. I'm not just going to let someone manhandle you, so to speak, and I not say anything in your defense. However, that's what I got, sis. Silence, crickets. But that's okay. You know, I'm from the street and I know how to handle myself. So I did what I had to do. But needless to say, the trip after that point was kind of, it was a done data for me. And my hubby, when I told him, he was hot, like fish grease hot, and ready to make a drive to where we were. I had to calm him down and tell him that it wasn't necessary. You know, I was okay. My mindset at that point was drastically changed, but I was okay. So yeah, that happened. That was not fun. I did not like the space that put me in mentally, because I have grown past the point of being an extreme hothead. Because the younger me, I would say probably from teenage to about 19, 20-ish, was a full-on actual beast. A hothead. You couldn't look at me. You couldn't say anything to me. I was just ready. Like, in full-on defense mode always. But the older me has gotten past that point, to the point where I'd rather talk things out, or if we can't agree to disagree, just leave you alone. Just part ways. So at that point, that took me back to a place and a person that I didn't want to associate with anymore. A person that I thought that I had left in the past, and I want her to stay there. So I knew at that point that it wasn't good for me to continue being around certain people, certain environments, certain situations, because it would prompt me, so to speak, to go back to that same mentality of always being on guard, being on defense, being ready for whatever, with whoever. And that's not where I want to be. You know, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I haven't done all this schooling for nothing. I'm working on my career and so on and so forth. And I'm not trying to jeopardize any of that for anybody. So that happened and I can't take it back. However, it did open my eyes to some things, and it made me, like I said, do some things totally different. Totally different. So my advice to you all would be very guarded. Watch who you keep in your presence. Everybody that shows you their teeth, just realize that everybody's not true, everybody's not real, everybody's not genuine, and just because they smile in your face does not mean they're not standing with their arm behind their back with a knife waiting to stab you in your back the minute you turn around. And that's just my life experiences and what I've come to realize about people. I'm very loving, I'm very open, I'm very inviting, but I am as real as the day is long. Like, I'm not about the foolishness, I'm not about the drama, I'm not about taking steps backwards in my personal life as far as the growth that I've made. And any time that I meet somebody or entertain company with somebody that I cannot persuade them for the better and they're trying to persuade me for the worse, they have to go, because they're threatening my happiness, they're threatening my sanity, they're threatening my growth at this point, and I just can't allow that. I can't allow that at all. So yeah, that was the time that he, meaning the restaurateur, put his hands on me. And that day could have went so left that I could have ended up in jail. But I'm thankful that I was able to remove myself out of that situation and remain a free woman. But I would say, yeah, I'm very, very, very selective of the company I keep these days. And I can't be any other way. It's so serious to the point where if I even get a whiff, I will slide so far back, you will swear that I'm making up a new dance move. Like, my fallback game is A1. It's tight. It's on point. I can't play with my sanity. I just can't. So, you all, yeah, it got real that day. But, thank you all for lending me your ear and listening to my story. I hope it has been entertaining for you. Like I said, I know this is a different kind of video, and I hope you like this kind of content from me. I have lots of stories to tell, all of which are true. Like I said, I did have the video footage of our interaction, because when he started recording me, I started recording him back. But I deleted it just because it was so negative and I didn't want to keep that energy around me. So, can't share the footage, but, you know, I don't have any reason to lie. This is what happened. This is my truth. This is my story. And, like I said, I hope you all enjoy. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. And I want to say thank you to everyone who has stuck in there with me, even through my hiatus and my long pauses. And no content and all that kind of stuff. Thank you for going back and watching my old videos and commenting and sending me all the messages that you do. Thank you all so much. My baby loves, I love y'all so much. Thank you. Thank y'all for appreciating just me being me and my realness, because that's all you're going to get from me. I can't be anybody else but me, and I don't try to be. Never will try to be. I'm just me. So, thanks for lending me your ear. Hit that thumbs up button. Show me some love. Subscribe, y'all. It's free. I promise. Just hit that button. Subscribe. It's absolutely free. You'll be doing me a great favor. And I'm out. Later.